It's time for
DodgerHeads.
high fly ball into right field. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Shohei Ohtani, 50-50 club. Strikes him out. There's a drive. Shohei Ohtani. Freeman hits the ball. She is gone. Birthday party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to DodgerHeads Unplugged with Scotty G. It's great to have you in here. Happy Friday. Happy Victory Friday morning. The Dodgers are in the absolute driver's seat in the National League Championship Series over the number one seed in the National League, Milwaukee Brewers. They are up 3-0. They're continuing to do what they do. They won 2 games on the road. You come back home, you take care of business, you put yourself in a position to sweep the number one seed in the National League. Surviving the wild card round, beating the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League Division Series. And then you go up here 3 straight games against the Milwaukee Brewers. And this is how you wind up 1 game away from a repeat performance and a repeat appearance in the Fall Classic, in the World Series. The Dodgers have set themselves up perfectly. They have played a brand of baseball that is suffocating. From a pitching standpoint, there is nothing an opposing team can do when the starters are doing this outside of 1 start from Yoshinobu Yamamoto in the division series round against the Phillies. The Dodgers starters have carried the load. This is something that we highlighted prior to the postseason. They were up for it, and this is how it's playing out. You know, when you go back and you're thinking about all of that. By the way, what's up, everybody? It's good to have you. When you take that all into account, and you look at what they've done, and when the starter takes the hill, takes the ball, and then you see them progressing through games, and you see them working through traffic, and if there is any, you understand what they're doing out there, and they're doing some historic stuff, and I'm impressed with it every day. When they take the mound, they're working out, you know, and taking on a moniker is something that we've been waiting years. This is the 100th percentile outcome for this front office. It's making life easy on this team. It's allowing them to stay in ball games that, look, it's the postseason. Runs are going to be at a premium. You look around at other series, you look at the Mariners in the Blue Jay series, it's some back and forth ball. It's some blowout games. And the Dodgers are over here winning games 3-1, 2-1, 5-1. Right? It's a different type of baseball. It's stressful. It's stressful. But once you see the pitchers in the driver's seat, what are we doing? What are we talking about here? We're talking about wins. We're talking about the opportunity right here. I saw Matty Man put it up. Go sweep the leg. Absolutely go sweep the leg. Everybody, what's up? Michael, it's good to have you in here. I'm feeling good today. Premium Yap Sesh is on the docket for this Friday afternoon. If you're tuning in during the workday, thank you for disregarding your obligations and making us and the chat and this Dodgers family that we've got here your obligation for a little bit. Let's have some fun here on this Friday afternoon hour. We're going to have a good time. Again, chat, you've been lively. To the tier 1s that have been tuning in for some time leading up into the postseason, appreciate you. To the tier 2s, it's great to have you in. It's Dodgers are on a collision course for their second consecutive National League pennant. And they are proving every bit of why they deserve to be here, and that the team that this front office built is doing exactly what they set out to do. You play for this Fall Classic here. You get hot at the right time to all the regulars. This is it. Let's see. Greg says, see if the Brewers can score just 1 run in all 4 games. Look, they are not comfortable. You see very different post-game press conferences or post-game, interviews at their locker from these guys. Caleb Durbin having positive stuff. You look at Christian Yelich, it seems, I'm sure it's the defeating thing. You play a brand of ball that wins all year. And right now it's just not working out. You force them to play your game and not allow them to play theirs. It's got to be frustrating for sure when you're the number 1 seed and you beat the Dodgers 6 times in the regular season. You came in riding that, you hearing that from your manager. Look, we beat them 6 times. We could do it. We could do this. This is just another run of the mill. But like I've been saying, you don't discount anything. You play until it's over with. You don't overlook it. It's okay to acknowledge the history. And I've made sure to keep you all informed of just the statistical history and how much that is in the Dodgers' favor here. Because I like to err on the side of that. Trends continue themselves, especially when you feel you're in an advantageous spot. So when you're up 3-0 and you've got your pitching lined up however you want it, offense is playing good. Look, you can fall in that history there. Don't give them any sign. Don't go back to Milwaukee. Finish it here on this Friday. Stay in LA. All good. All good here. We're going to keep rolling in. We're just going to go Scotty's thoughts from game 3. Let's get this out of the way. Just another stellar performance. Tyler Glasnow once again. I can't say enough fantastic things about what Tyler Glasnow does on the mound and what he's continued to do this postseason. And really, I would say, chat, you can agree with me here. If you don't, that's okay. But I'm going to implore you to change the tune and change the narrative of anything that you've got surrounding Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow goes out there once again, and outside of some shaky stuff there, nothing too crazy, a misplay by Kike Hernandez, he goes out there and puts up another 0. So what I read Mookie in the chat. What Tyler Glasnow has done has been, for me, puts himself in the category where that contract, that trade is now paying complete dividends here. And Tyler Glasnow on, I would say, majority of the league would be a 1 or a 2. Would be a 1 or a 2. And you're getting him in game 3. And you'd be comfortable with him in a game 1 or a game 2. So Tyler Glasnow is pitching his ass off. I'm incredibly, incredibly excited and happy for him. Because he's taken a lot of heat. Yesterday he didn't allow a lot. He allows just 5 hard hit balls. Goes 5 2/3 there, 8 punch, 3 walks. Command got a little bit shaky there, but he throws 99 pitches. He looks terrific. Yeah, I'm incredibly pleased with what he's done. Hell, who couldn't be? You go out there, you pitch basically 6 innings of 1-run ball again. And you continue on this postseason run that he's on here, willing to do whatever it takes, feeding off the adrenaline that he gets from the crowd, pitching on the road. Hell of a job. Offensively, doing just enough. Tommy Edman doing his thing once again here. Just so you guys know, like, we'll get into more of the offense later on, but you know that I'm, one of the biggest Tommy Edman supporters out there. I have been since they made the trade there. He was a Dodger type of guy since when they made the trade. And it looked every little bit of that. This is a guy that you can rally behind, that he's going to be deployed in specific spots, and he's just going to get bat on ball. And that's exactly what he's done. He's 4 for 11 in the championship series round here. Let me pull up. Sorry about that. In the NLCS round, Tommy Edman, 3 for 6. Is that it? No, this is running scoring position. Excuse me. I got my stuff now. 4 for 11. In the championship series round, batting .364, 2 RBI. I got a double mixed in there. He's doing everything that it takes, putting him into 5. Put him in the lower part of the order. Hell of a job. Kike Hernandez, once again, 4 for 10, 2 doubles. There's going to be some whiff in there, but you make a mistake. It's remarkable. It's remarkable what he's done. Freddie Freeman going up there. Every hit's been extra bases for him this postseason here. Enough can't be said. And just having the ability to put Will Smith there in the top third of the order or in the cleanup spot there lengthens the lineup so much. And putting Teoscar Hernandez in the lower third or, in the 6, that just does wonders for later game changes. Doesn't put anybody in a pinch hit spot in a tough situation there or someone where you need an AB. Yeah, it's just some thoughts. You're beating the Brewers at their own game. Spoke on the last few shows about how the Milwaukee Brewers really preyed on teams that made their mistakes. They play a brand of baseball that'll win over a 162 when teams are trying new stuff out. But when it comes to short sets, when you're banking on base hits and stealing bags, those are principles of baseball that can win you games. But when those opportunities are at a premium, and teams aren't making those mistakes, and the stakes are higher, and you've got Max Muncy at third base and Mookie Betts' baseball IQ, and teams at the height of their game, those things don't always work out. You need some slug. You need some guys who are going to go up there and hit some mistakes. And the Dodgers are beating them at their own brand of ball. Limit the opportunities. Because right now, the Los Angeles Dodgers' entire pitching staff has held the Brewers to a 345 OPS in 3 games. That's a 101 batting average and a 165 on base. And they have 1 homer. They've only got 4 extra base hits. And none of it's mattered. None of it's mattered. So just some thoughts. Just some thoughts from Game 3 so you guys kind of understand what the Dodgers have done. I know you're watching it, but it just takes a certain type of breakdown to encapsulate each phase of the game. And Iris here, the Brewers are mentally done. I think so too. I think they're blown away that this has gone like this. They know the talent. We know the talent the Brewers have. I've been hammering it into you guys for a few days now. Don't count out what the Brewers have. They've got talent. The Dodgers are just playing a certain brand of ball, and the starters are throwing a certain way that's suffocating. And when it's just not there, it's just not there. Andrew Vaughn, he had a couple pumps in the DS round. William Contreras, they've isolated him. They've eliminated that. That's how it goes. Clint, what's up, buddy? He's in the chat. He said, what's up, chat? Only team that can beat the Dodgers right now is the Dodgers. How sweep it is. Today could be the day. Today could be the day. Jose Machado, he says, it's destiny that Ohtani is pitching on October 17th. Yeah, it is. It is. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk Game 4. Shohei Ohtani with the opportunity to pitch today. I was hoping, there were some questions people were asking about, should the Dodgers alter their pitching plans? Up 3-0, give Sheehan a start, something, alter something there. I don't know. However you guys wanted to do it, I wasn't for it. Maintain the plan, maintain the consistency. Don't put anybody on a different schedule. Leave it as it is. Shohei Ohtani has pitched 1 time this postseason. And he has not been stellar at the plate. And I know for a fact he's chomping at the bit to take the mound here at Dodger Stadium. He's done some unconventional things like taking live BP on the field. He's trying to find it at the plate. Still hasn't happened there. Both managers have made it a point to address Shohei's struggles here. That, Pat Murphy from the Brewers manager said that they don't believe Shohei's in a slump. He's just been pitched to an absolute T. He's gotten some bad habits as a result of it, but I don't think he's in a slump. He's just having to completely get, how to not to be worn down by these tough left-handers. So he's, like I said, maintaining this. He's big inside conscious right now, and he's just waiting for some hard sweeping stuff away. And that's how you saw that triple off the bat, against Aaron Ashby, who feels like he's pitched every single inning this series. Throws a barrel out there, puts it down the line. There's the triple. So he's doing everything he can. He's just been crossed up there. But on the pitching side, Shohei Ohtani's taken the mound. The last time he faced the Phillies, guys, was on, a while ago. We're talking the 4th. The 4th of October. Is that right? Is that right? In Game 1 of the DS round, he had 23 whiffs. So he's chomping at it to get out there. Outside of 1 inning, and I believe I isolated that it was the 2nd inning in that game, he had a little some pitches that he left over the heart of the dish. I know Teoscar's misplay out there, but just some located stuff for me. It was fastballs low in the zone. Didn't have his breaking stuff in there, keyed in yet. But outside of that 2nd inning, Shohei Ohtani was exceptional. Exceptional. He goes in that game, let's see, 89 pitches, 9 punch, just 1 walk. Just 1 walk. So Shohei Ohtani today against a Brewers team that has been hammered in the zone. They are chasing. They are chasing finally. And when the pitches they got to be, they're not making great contact. They're hammering the ball into the ground. So the Dodgers have completely eliminated what the Brewers do best, which is put it in play, get on base, get over, knock them in. And Shohei Ohtani, as long as he does the same thing every other starter has done, eliminate rallies altogether, it doesn't matter what they do. Shohei Ohtani, if he has that pitch mix working, I hadn't had a chance to look at, pitch splits. And that's something I just usually do prior to the show for some, but Shohei Ohtani, I didn't. I know he's going to go out there and pitch to the game plan. Facing the Phillies is a different game plan, but usually the splits as far as usage are similar, pretty much the same there. Righty lefty are going to get a fair amount of slider, but curveball is going to be exclusively to left-handed hitters. Righties, he's not going to go with that so much. He's going to stick with split. He's going to stick with slide. And that's where, against the righties, the guys who have done the most pop this postseason, Andrew Vaughn and William Contreras there, you're going to see a lot of sliders, a lot of four-seamers, stuff running. So I expect Shohei to attack them that way. If the lefties want to go ahead and beat you, go ahead. If they want to base hit them to death, go ahead. Try it. You've got to deal with the whiff and how much swing and miss Shohei Ohtani has in his bag. They are going to be pressing. They have to. They have to win today. But I expect Shohei Ohtani to go out there and twirl a gem. Absolutely twirl a gem today. You guys can give me your Shohei Ohtani stat line in the comments. I would love to see those. If you're as optimistic as me, that's how I see it. And we haven't even talked offense yet. We haven't even talked Jose Quintana. Because Jose Quintana is the penciled-in starter for the Milwaukee Brewers today. So do me a favor, chat. Toss in the comments right now what your projected stat line for Shohei Ohtani is on the mound. While I tell you about what Jose Quintana has done against the Dodgers. He faced them twice in the regular season. He had a good start. One of them against the Dodgers. And then I think in about 5 innings, he allows 4 earned runs. Last year in the postseason, Jose Quintana went 3 1/3. He allowed 5 earned runs in the NLCS with the New York Mets. This is a lefty in a do or die game that they're just throwing because they've got nobody else. They're hoping that he can neutralize them. And I don't think that Pat Murphy will leave him in for very long if he gets into trouble. I think if it's the first inning and there's traffic, he's going to have someone directly behind him. I think there will be, somebody warming the second Jose Quintana takes the mound. Because Shohei Ohtani has these guys. I've got the numbers. Against Jose Quintana right now. The Dodgers collectively, and a 768 OPS. They faced him a combined 156 times. Mookie Betts has 36 ABs. Freddie has 20. Kike has 18. In 6 at-bats from Shohei Ohtani against Jose Quintana. He's got 2 homers, 4 RBI, 3 walks. So these guys have gotten their looks at Jose Quintana. I haven't compared last year to this year as far as how his delivery of his, arm slot has changed, stuff like that. But purely based on stuff, this is not an arm that you can go out there and bank to go deep into a must-win game when you have to be perfect. I'd be surprised if Pat Murphy leaves him in, if he gives up 1 or 2. I believe it will be a short outing if the Dodgers go out there in the first inning and do some damage. You're going to get a pretty good start time tonight. You get the primetime slot. So very happy about that. You don't have to contest with those ridiculous shadows. You get a 5:38 first pitch in LA. Fill up the stadium if you're going. I'm super jealous of you. Someone that I'm looking out for to go deep tonight. We know Kike Hernandez's history with Jose Quintana, dating back to his time with the Cubs. I'm going to say Kike Hernandez tags him today. Yeah. He's been right there. I'm feeling that. So Kike Hernandez for me is the guy. That's a called shot for me. 18 ABs here, 5 for 18, homer mixed in. Yeah. Let's see what you guys got here as far as Shohei predictions here. Greg's will be Shohei's game, hands down. I don't expect Dave to mess around. I really don't. Another one here. He says, Brewers are out of options, man. Ohtani 7 scoreless, 12 Ks. A 2 for 3, 2 walks, a homer, and a single. That'll be a hell of a game. That'll be a hell of a game. Dave, love how Edman got the Miz yesterday. Yeah, look, you saw both starters really playing with those shadows, avoiding the off speed. Uh, it's it's true to it. People saying that, oh, how couldn't you hit? And like Teoscar taking that fastball away. They flat out can't see the batter's eye in center field during a day game at Dodger Stadium when there are shadows. It's impossible to see. These guys will let you know. I know Steve Sachs this morning on AM 570. Love when he does stuff post playoff time pregame, early in the morning. I know DV was on there. David Vassay was there this morning. Steve Sachs, they were talking about how the seams just disappear and it's just a gray blur. So seeing and picking up the seams on a four seamer or a sinker, something that's running, it's tough to pick up. That's why when Tommy Edman got a breaking, slider down and flicks it to center field, scores Will Smith there, cuts off the throw. Freddie takes third. That's winning baseball. That's taking what he gives you. Because we've seen Edman swing through some hard stuff, and it was like a breath of fresh air, guys. We talked about that a lot. Breath of fresh air when you see something different than something overpowering. Just be ready for it. His velo started to falter at the back end. He was getting stretched out there. They had to. Mookie Homer. Mookie Homer would be nice. He's been swinging it well. Hasn't done much but this postseason as a whole, he's looked good. He's 36 ABs against Quintana for Mookie. That'll be good stuff. Yeah, Foxy Kike goes hard. I'll take it. Yeah. James, he says Tommy Edman or Max Muncy go deep today. Max Muncy, man. Max Muncy spoke to this. We'll talk in a little bit about offense. I loved what he said post game. I'm going to bring that up as well. But Matty man, thank you. I saw you bring up when I talked about Miz yesterday. That's how I saw it. It flat out had to be that way. I couldn't fathom the Brewers getting into a game 4 down 3-0. And then he says, okay, now it's a good time to use Jacob Mizorowski, the best righty that I've got with the best stuff. I know that Freddie Peralta's a terrific starting pitcher. He's one of the best in the league, but I couldn't fathom waiting till game 4 to use him. That's why bringing Quintana out to the presser, I was like, they're not doing this. It's impossible to do this. There's no way you're starting him out there. You're going to burn him in a 3. Say you win that ball game. You're going to burn him in a 3, use him in a 4. It wasn't going to be the case. If it went that way, then, cap tip, but you had to stop it there. You couldn't roll the dice. He held him down. Jacob Mizorowski was exceptional. Exceptional. His stuff is fantastic. Stymieing hitters, you're seeing terrible swings. I know the first AB Edman had, he was just getting four-seamer, and then he got a curve inside, and it was out of the hand, tunneled perfectly. He almost hit his back foot, and he's swinging before it's halfway. That's just what you have to do. The kid can touch 103. You have to get started early, especially in the shadows. There's nothing you can do. Bright sunlight. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a future. He can channel some stuff in there, figure out a way. He could do it. Year 1 to year 2 is a big step. Sophomore stuff is always different, but he hasn't had a very a big time in Major League Baseball. So Live by the Cove says no calling it. Crazy. Would they let him go that long? Probably. Damn right they better. But it would be Ohtani at home has a chance. And Blake, shout out to Blake Williams. A rare moment where he smiled about baseball. He reminded me, he said, how cool is it that Shohei Ohtani has a chance, in the first year that he's pitching with the Dodgers, has a chance to propel them into the World Series. That's damn cool. So yes, Shohei Ohtani's on the mound, making his second start of the postseason here. Up 3-0. Offense, if they're able to go out here and provide him with a couple runs, he can pitch freely. He can attack. And that's what we want to see. When you're pitching freely and you're pitching with the lead, power arms can do some unbelievable stuff. You can overwhelm hitters if you avoid those mistakes. You can flood. So that will be fun. Go out there if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers, go provide them with some runs. Force them to get Jose Quintana or leave Jose Quintana in the game. Ideally, you get some traffic and then you hit a 3-run homer. That's the ideal scenario today, instead of allowing them to just go mix and match. But guess what? I couldn't care less. They've had to use everybody every game. Abner Uribe has pitched in every single game, and he has not looked good. So Aaron Ashby is going to pitch every inning till the end of time. I saw the best tweet from a Brewers account. It was just like, it was making the meme of the '04 Sox where Kevin Millar's like, don't let us win today. Because then you get Aaron Ashby tomorrow. Then you get Aaron Ashby game 5 or game 6. And then game 7, anything can happen after Aaron Ashby pitches. And that's how it is. So however they want to do it, Pat Murphy's going to keep using the same guys. Dodgers keep getting the same looks. It has not worked out. And that's a veteran offense doing things, veteran things. Wear them down, force them to play outside of their game. Freedom. Thank you for waiting on this one, he says. I truly believe Ohtani will shine today, even though he has struggled at the bat. True blue, longtime Dodger fan since 1955. I will believe blue until I see Vinny again. Freedom. You've been supporting this channel for quite a long time. I've been recognizing your stuff and appreciating you tuning in for a long time. Yes, I believe so. On the mound, go out there. Ohtani's going to pound it. Offense, pick him up. If he's not able to do so much at the plate, go stand on the mound and spin the pill and do what you do, man. So Freedom, it's good to have you in here. It's good to have you in here. I see you. Says this here, plays by Max Muncy and Mookie were off the chart. No doubt. No doubt. Best way to get a hold of me is Super Chats, guys. Anything you want to say, anything you want to just root Dodgers Nation on about, us, fans, anything. Yeah, good times. Good day, good stuff. Looking ahead towards Game 4. NS says, "Have you heard Roki's walk-up song by Roki? Have you heard it? Yeah, it's a banger. You can say it with every single player. My daughter loves it. Great song. It's good stuff there. I didn't even include in my Game 3 thoughts about Roki. If you tuned in last night, you pretty much heard him. But I was very, very impressed with him. I'm big time on, if you have a tough outing, get back out there and then shake that as quick as you can. Turn that tide. If you need time off, that's another thing as a player. But if you just have a bad outing and you just need to reconnect with some mechanical things, mental things, get back out there as fast as you can. Shake that, because the longer it lingers, the more it sets in, and you don't have a ton, time to go exercise those changes, or just get that one bad outing off your back. Yeah. Let's see. He said, Iris said, I bet Scott is a good coach. I mean, look, I will toot the own horn, but yeah, I believe so. I get a lot of good stuff. Positive reinforcement. Connect on people's level. Connect on the kids' level. Appreciate that, Iris. Yeah, I take a lot of pride in coaching. It's one of my favorite things. That fills my cup. That's a big deal for me. So yeah, I'll try to do that as long as I'm available, as long as I'm alive. It's one of my favorite things. Felipe says we need tier 1 membership badge for being paid members of the page. I'm sure a lot of us will grab one. I mean, I'll talk to the suits. I've been talking about that for a while. I'd have to provide some different, we'd have to go on Reddit, or not Reddit. We'd have to go on Discord, make a paid Discord thing, and we'll yap in there. Talk to the suits. Maybe I'll make one on my own. We'll talk about it. Let's see. Let me see. What does Steve say? He says, hey, a lot of us wanted Mookie to stay in right, but by June, certainly in July, I knew I had been wrong. Some people held on to their delusional opinion until very recently. I mean, look, that whole thing, Mookie going back out to right, we know he didn't want to do it. We know that he didn't want to do it. It was last year. It just was based out flat out and because of a need. I don't think that's in the cards anymore. It should never be in the cards anymore. The whole ridiculous notion that his offense was being limited. I think last year there might have been something to it prior. He got a little run down, but then he got drilled in the hand, and that just derailed everything. So it changes a whole bunch of stuff. Mookie Betts is a Gold Glove shortstop. He is elite there. He could be an elite second baseman if he wanted to. He could play any position on the field. He's an all-world player. He's an elite talent. So Steve for admitting that. It's all good. Mookie's going to be a top 50 player, top 45 player, according to WAR, when it's all said and done, all time. He'll go down as one of the greatest players to ever touch a field, without a doubt. Accolades, everything, all included. He'll be one of the all-time greats. I love Mookie Betts. Love Mookie Betts. Yep, he's an all-star shortstop and love it. There you go. Yeah. We'll talk to the suits. I got you guys. Um, but back to the offense. So heading into game 4, and even, the thoughts that I still have from what they've done so far, the Dodgers offense in this championship series rounds hasn't been exceptional, but it's done enough. 789 OPS is solid. That's a solid player. That's all right. But as far as hitting with runners in scoring position, they've had opportunities, not very many, but when they've been there, they've been all right. They've got it done. They've done enough. They've done enough to win ball games. You grind it out. The Brewers have good pitching, but it's just making the correct stuff and eliminating that traffic just hasn't been a thing. Dodgers have had the big homer when they needed it. Outside of Sal Frelick in center field making that play, we're talking about a grand slam for Max Muncy, another homer. Look, this could be a whole lot different. Had a couple of those things and those weird plays not changed. So this offense could be in a different spot. I've made sure to highlight every time that the Dodgers offense is pummeling the ball. They've looked a lot better. They're making much better contact all around. The Brewers just have elite gloves all around the field. Outfield is built to eliminate runs. Corners are, third base, good stuff. Up the middle, good stuff. Bryce Terang is a platinum glover at second base. So they've got guys out there who can go get it. But I want to emphasize, Max Muncy brought this up post game yesterday, that the Dodgers offense has a ton of room to improve. That they haven't even scratched the surface of what they believe they can do. That is a way that why I'm so optimistic about it, because it's just the Phillies provided them with a really tough, several pitching matchups that were plus for the Phillies, and the Dodgers found a way. Against the Brewers, they're going to mix and match with the best of them, provide some tough lefties, big sweeping stuff, hard sink in, and they limit opportunities. That's just what they do. That's just how they won a ton of games. Good pitching staff all year. And then you go and you look ahead towards the games or, the teams left in the American League. I'm not sure those teams have the quality of arms. The Mariners do. I would say so. But this Dodgers offense is going to wear you down. They don't chase. They will make you go to a move. They will make you go to the pen. I don't think anybody's got the stuff that Jacob Mizorowski has. Nobody. I just don't. Reliever, starter, I don't think anybody. Nobody. And that's why when I look at the offense and what they have done, there is a lot left on the bone when we're talking about what they could possibly do here. Looking ahead toward the postseason, toward the World Series. Grayson, I'll take this one early on. He says, Mariners or Blue Jays, who would you prefer to rather face in the World Series and why? I've been asked this a couple times and a couple different shows, that we've done. And I think I've given reasons for both. It could be either one. It could be either one. Mariners based just flat out because of the time change and things like that. I believe the Blue Jays when they get hot, they get hot. Both teams have guys on offense that can do damage. But I feel like staying on the West Coast there, I feel like I'd like to go up against the Mariners. Stay on the West Coast, go up against those starters, force them to go deep into that pen, and do it that way. Blue Jays have Springer. Alejandro Kirk's had a good postseason. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Ernie Clements had a solid postseason. I should have looked up the right fielder's name. I said the same thing last night. They've had a couple guys that they have surprised me this postseason. Anthony Santander is out there. They've got some guys. Shane Bieber, Max Scherzer, back-to-back good starts for him. I think that I would prefer the Mariners. Time change stuff there. So take that all into account. But I'm saying Mariners. But they're squandering this opportunity. They did what the Dodgers did. Win 2 on the road. Santander's done. Okay. Yeah, he missed most of the year. Nate Lukes. Thank you, TQT. Nate Lukes. He's had some moments there where he's been going to get it with the glove and had some swings there where you're like, okay, a little bit of nice player out there. But yeah, I would say the Mariners, time change, stuff like that. When a team hangs it on their pitching and you look around, it's just, I believe the Dodgers offense is built to just grind somebody out. Unless you've got devastating stuff up and down, eventually you're going to show your hand there. And what are the Dodgers doing again, Grayson? They are setting themselves up to be able to set themselves up for whatever they want again. You take down the Phillies in 4, you avoid a game 5, you don't overly exert yourself. The starting pitching is doing a lot of the heavy lifting and allowing themselves in the start of the pitch 2 days prior, 2 games prior to reset themselves. So that's why I'm still on with. It's not that I don't care. It's just I think the Dodgers offense, or excuse me, the Dodgers team, they've done exactly what they need to do to set themselves up for the next possible series. Next possible series here. All right. Let me see. But yeah, I still see all the runs the Dodgers are leaving out there. I still see as many the opportunities that will come. Um, they're doing all this with Shohei Ohtani doing nothing at the plate. Mookie Betts not having the best. Like he had the bang double yesterday. That was awesome to see. So good for Mookie Betts. He's had a great postseason once again. But they're still leaving a lot of stuff out there. Freddie Freeman's looking good. He's moving well. This is the time. We know October Freddie. I mean, Kike Hernandez is once again just playing out of his mind. 4 for 10, 1,000 OPS. He's their number one offensive performer right now. He's been nuts. 2 doubles, a couple singles in there. Can't say enough. Let's go questions. Toss those in there. Live by the Kobe says it's been a roll, guys. It has. We waited for a bunch of the year for them to remedy that and find the perfect mix there. Now they're just playing. They're just playing. Let's go questions. All caps question. Toss in stuff after that. Thanks for sticking around. Solo shows. You guys know me. Opportunity tonight to push themselves to another pennant. I'm excited for it. BC says Teo's more than a role player. Yeah. He is an October guy. The game finds him. The average won't always be pretty in a short set. And that's how it goes because he's going to hunt. He's not going to miss a mistake, but that's just he's going to slug. He's going to find a way to slug in a big spot. All right. Thunderpants wants to know, how's your confidence level with Blake Trinan? It's a good question. I would say it's in a good spot. I would say it's about, if you're asking me like 1 to 10, I know people like those. Probably like a 7. Yesterday provided me with some looks at that sweeper that made me feel really good. Really good. Overlaid a couple of those there to Churio to lead that off. I really enjoyed that at bat. And then I know once he had the hammy cramped up, that he continued that at bat. Didn't relent. Pitched to his game plan there. Ended up getting out of that. So I was pleased with it. He gets first pitch pop up right before it. It's a 7 because I know that Dave Roberts is going to continue to go with him. So 2 back-to-back outings where he goes out there and tosses up a 0 could be a lot different if who was that? Bryce Terang leans into that one. I think it was Terang. Just lets it hit him. But baseball instinct, it could be a lot different conversation here. But back-to-back zeros, Thunderpants. We'll stay at a 7. If 5 is just like status quo, I'll say a 7. Yesterday gave me a look because they need the righties. Maybe some optimism in there, but they need the righties. Joshua Palacios wants to know, will we see Ha-Seong Kim today? I don't think so. They're going to stick with what they know wins games. Don't mess around. Don't do this. It's not a regular season game. Dave Roberts, they haven't treated it like any of that outside of maybe one time just to get like trying in some work. That was it. Other than that, it hasn't mattered. They've stuck to what works. Somebody asked about Nick Castellanos, I think. Somebody said, I'll flip you to Bird, Castellanos replacing next season. Ooh, not in LA. Hell no. No shot. Want it nowhere near it. No chance. Not a Dodgers type of player. Not a Dave Roberts roster type of player. Too old, too expensive. If you guys got sick of your favorite players, You guys were sick of James Outman like I was. You guys were tired of some of those type of guys. If you're tired of Michael Conforto, do I have a name for you? That's it. Conforto's not here. You're not. You need to clear. You need to clear a space for one of your young guys. You don't want to ink an old dude who can't hit for average, can't run, can't field. I'm good. Nick Castellanos in the chat is a bannable offense. Out of here. Iris says, "Scooble, you are a Dodger." I'll be honest, for the league's sake, I hope they ink him to a massive contract in Detroit. When you look at things that are like good for baseball, he doesn't need to move around. Let him stay out there. That's all right. Is he on the market? Is Scooble on the market? Is that a thing? He says there's a gap of 250 million extension talks. That's insane. What are teams doing? What are teams doing? I mean, I don't care about being hated. I already haven't. This is the way baseball is. People always talk about, free market, people like capitalism, free market baseball. They lobbied for this years ago, decades ago. And we're headed to a lockout. If the Dodgers want to stack the deck, go ahead. Be my guest. LV Lopez says, jumping on low late. Sorry if you already discussed this. What is your take on how game 4 will go? Love your insight, Scott. LV Lopez, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you loving my insight. I will say I'm feeling increasingly confident by the minute. The closer we get to game time, the more confident I'm feeling. I want to clean 1, 2, 3 from Shohei Ohtani in the top of the first out there. Walk as swiftly as you can to get your bat in your helmet, and you force Quintana to pitch. You force him to have to work, and you go up there, help yourself out. If you want, Shohei, you've got a couple pumps. If you want to do that, start the game with something. Get on base and go from there. But Lopez, I'm increasingly confident that they're just going to shut this out. The Brewers sound overmatched. Pat Murphy has done this average Joe's thing, I guess, all year from what Brewers people are telling me, but has been disingenuous to the caliber of player that he has on his own team. And it's showing in their post-game stuff after game 3. Christian Yelich had a post-game thing that was unbelievable. He was saying, you got to win today. Let's just, you got to win one at a time. Let's just take this back to Milwaukee. All right, well, you got to win today. You got to, you can't look and taking it back to Milwaukee if you don't just focus on the next game. They still have to win too. So all over the board. Durbin was talking good things. He's had a solid series. Other guys just talking lost. Somebody said, like, are you feeling helpless? And he's like, well, yeah. That's tough. That's tough to hear. Let's see. But yeah, Lopez, appreciate you. All right. Questions here. See, you guys are talking, but I can't sift through all of it. Again, if you're listening after the fact on YouTube, if you're watching after the fact or listening, Spotify, Apple Music, appreciate you a ton. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you rate, subscribing, all the things for us. Share this around. Keith wants to know, do we see a Belly reunion next year? Great outfield defense, bat is good, can back up Freddie. I mean, he's going to get a solid contract. He won't get like 1-on-1s again. I don't think he's doing that. I think somebody will ink him to a multi-year deal. I'm all right though. I'm good. I'm pretty good on that. Pages holding center field down. Teo in right field. That's how he's going to stay. I'm good. I'm going to keep talking all offseason into it. How much I would like the Dodgers to leave open a corner outfield slot for either Zahir Hope or Josue DePaula for one of them to break through to the major leagues. It's about time they allow, a young bat to come up. So I'm going to stick with that unless they're in rumors to get Kyle Tucker deep. And then, you'll all be like, all right, then, it is what it is. But I'm going to stay adamant about that. I would like them to leave a spot open for once. I think they're okay. They weathered Michael Conforto out there until the very last week of the season, and they just threw you away like Woody in Toy Story. We're not playing with you anymore, buddy. And that's how it goes. They just they weathered that storm all year and fooled us. Thankfully, they fooled us. He's nowhere around. But I would like them to keep open an outfield spot. They've got a couple talented outfield, talented outfielders that need some time. And I would like them to avoid a multi-year deal that's going to block that once again, because they can't put anybody at the DH. Can't do it. All right. Somebody wants to sign on a 1-year deal, again, by all means, go ahead and do it. I'm good with it. Just nothing that's going to clog up another long haul contract. You know what I mean, guys? That's how I see it. And it's not that they're a super old team, but they're up there. It's not Philly's old, but they're up there. You just can't put yourself in that spot. That's why I'd be, if they sign Kyle Tucker, I'd be like, whatever, another elite player. Oh no. But it's more so about just trying to get younger as a team in the next generation there. Freedom again. He says, Scott, my friend, I never get tired of being hated as a Dodger. It's a wonderful feeling. My friend and I never get tired of being hated as a Dodger. It's a wonderful feeling. Yeah. I mean, look, that's just nature of the game. That's the nature of the game since the Guggenheim Group took over, Andrew Friedman, and Brandon Gomes, since they've been around. Like, these guys have built a well-oiled machine top to bottom. Stan Kasten, everybody, Mark Walter. This is the well-oiled machine, and they've, I would say, perfected. You hear a lot of pundits, people talking about the Dodgers are the most well-run organization in sports, and they're here year after year, year after year, year after year. So, Freedom, appreciate it again for another super chat there. A couple more questions. People talking about Max Muncy. I got comments about Max Muncy. Too friendly of a deal to not bring him back. Exceptional player for what he is. He's going to go down one of the best Dodgers that we'll see in our lifetime. Look at how he is. Home runs, postseason success. Muncy's been here for almost 10 years. Like, we're talking since 2018. I think he's been in the org since back end 2017, I think. Yeah, like, I think they brought him in back end 2017, was still working, like, going around in the minor leagues. Yeah. This is a player that just gets thrown around. I mean, hell, before he got the glasses, I was like, what is going on with the guy? And now it's like, how do you not pick up that contract? He wants to be a Dodger. This culture is for him. This is it. Like, he's a Dodger through and through. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Yeah, Dave. Muncy at $10 million for 2026 is an easy decision. The easiest decision ever. Ever. It's good stuff. Yep. This is it. Josue DePaula and Zero Hope are already in Double-A. 2 away from being on a big league team. They need to keep that spot open. That's why I'm saying another 1-year contract there with somebody, and that will be theirs. One of them. Just somebody take the reins, somebody separate themselves, have another development year where it's on track to have a young outfielder. That's what I need to see. The Dodgers haven't done it in a bit. It's just been Andy Pajes, and that was it. Thankfully, he's made his way back after that shoulder injury, and this is who he is there. A little bit more consistency, but he had a great year, great regular season. He's contributing in the postseason. He's contributing. But I want a corner slot open for those guys. So 1-year deal, if there's a market, there's going to be a market for 1-year contracts out there. But that's what I want. David Gutierrez says, need Jarren Duran in the outfield. I like his game. Shout out to Brandon. I would love it. My buddy Brandon. Jarren Duran. Red Sox say he's not in their plans. He's not. But, let's get 1-year deal guys and then go from there. Someone says Call can step up for a year. I don't know if I want Alex Call for an entire year as a primary. Cool. Keith says, question, does a salary cap hurt or help the Dodgers? I like Joe Kelly's argument. All things equal, players will go to the Dodgers. They want to win. Players want to win. They're seeing it more and more. Dodgers take care of you. Dodgers take care of their players. They do. They put them in positions to succeed, and they'll give you opportunities if you stink, because the rest of the lineup can do it. You can figure out who that's about. Let's see. Howie wants to know what's Tanner Scott up to, and would Dave want him back on the World Series roster? I don't think there's a spot. I think they're going to let Tanner Scott just chalk the year, get healthy, get himself healthy, rest. Unfortunate, season for him. I hope he's doing well medically. I hope he's doing well on that front. Chalk the year. Look, it's not the point where to just continue dunk on him. He hasn't been a part of the postseason plan. He was on rosters, but pull him off of there, let him get healthy, has the procedure, just figure out what's going on in the offseason and then go from there. That's how I see it. I'm not going to sit up here and just talk about his regular season. We know how poor it was. He knows how poor it was. When you hear a high caliber player, high paid player talk about the game like that, yeah, that's how it is. He says, "Come on, Scotty. Call is a lefty in the outfield. He's not. He's not lefty. He's a righty. He's a right-handed hitter. He's a right-handed player. Maybe revisit Stephen Kwan from Cleveland. Not a chance. I'm good. I'm not paying up for a glorified Luis Arias who can play defense. I'm good. His defense has gone down. You're good, Greg. It's all good, buddy. No sweat. I do that all the time. You're good. You're good. Dave, but yeah, I'm all right. I didn't want Stephen Kwan at the deadline. Paying high prospects for someone who's just a slap hitter. Nope. No can do. No can do. I pray, I will fall to my knees if I see breaking news. The San Diego Padres sign or match a contract extension to Luis Arias, 5 years, 100 million. I will laugh my head off. I will do a triple heel click. I will look like one of the Three Stooges, whoop, 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 running around. That'd be one of the funniest things in the world. Oh my God. That'd be so funny. All-timer. Yeah, no, I'm good on Stephen Kwan, man. I'm good on those contact guys that command big stuff. It just does not work out. Nope. Yeah, their fans would lose it. Yeah, for sure. But hey, Preller's a nut. He wins deadline every year. But Mike Schilt, man, hope he's doing okay. Having to deal with that roster is probably terrible. That sucks. Machado owes people a lot of money. I saw someone from the Padres people. I think I quote tweeted it with like a Homer snoozing gif. It was like the Padres have, Dodgers have sent out so much money. Well, it's like somebody in the comments said, Manny Machado and Xander Bogaerts sounds like a skill issue for like $700 million. Yeah, facts. That's why you got to be careful who you give big contracts to. You really do. Drew says, why do you want Kyle Tucker? No way he signs for a discount. No, it's Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, when he's at his, playing his baseball, he's an elite outfielder, like top 5 hitter in the game stuff. He's great. But I said that if they just do it, I'll be like, sure. Elite player, go ahead. I know he had a tough year in Wrigley and playing with Chicago on a 1 year. He got hot for a little bit, but just injury and just never look overly comfortable going into free agency. I want to stay away from it. Drew, that's my main thing, is kind of stay away from it. If they luck into a deal and that's just the direction they'll go, I'll be like, oh darn, a superstar. But I want them to leave a spot open. Just go another 1 year contract in left field. If they want to do, 2 and just have someone there just in case it takes some of the young guys time, cool, be my guest. But that's where I'm at. I don't want to have another big contract to an outfielder in their 30s. I'm good. I'm good. Hep says Mike Schilt rage quit. Yeah, facts. All right, guys. I mean, JY says, yeah, Ken Rosenthal said there might be friction between Preller and the CEO, so there's questions about a contract renewal. I mean, look, he's blew their, minor league system into the ground, and they're talking about making one of the most elite relievers into a starter again. Okay. Glad it's not us. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Game 4. tonight. You've got 5:38 first pitch. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Jose Quintana. Again, if the Dodgers get something early, expect the bullpen to be rotating for the Milwaukee Brewers here. But that's how I see it. Go out there, step on the throat, keep the foot on the gas, and then you get to sit back, relax, and watch the AL battle it out and line yourselves up there. I know the scouting department, the game planning department, they're doing everything they can to keep the Dodgers as prepared as possible for any opponent. And I give their preparation, the Dodgers preparation throughout the whole postseason. I just give them a lot of credit. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the chat. Everybody tuning in on this Friday afternoon. Thank you for hanging out with me on DodgerHeads Unplugged. My name is Scott Geirman. We'll be live, I believe, tonight post game. Hopefully that this is a Dodgers sweep and you get to see the Dodgers again for the second consecutive year win another National League pennant. Enjoy it, guys. History's on their side, overwhelmingly up 3-0 here in the championship series round. But as always, my name is Scott Geirman. Thank you for tuning in to DodgerHeads Unplugged. Till I can't say it anymore. Go Dodgers.